right, fertile blessings. Haven't done one of these in a minute. All right, I'm gonna start doing fertile blessings. I'm gonna start doing these. I used to do these not too long, about a year or so, though I kind of stopped doing these little 20-30 minute videos. I'm gonna start posting a little more of these. Won't be going live as much as I used to. We'll try to keep going live at least once a month. It's just a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to start doing more of these and just touch on certain topics, emails that I get, things of that nature. That's how I used to do it. I used to use these little quick upload videos to address emails and stuff, because sometimes, as I've said in the past, when I was doing this a little while back, it's easy for me to just address things as a whole, as opposed to, responding to every email. Unfortunately, it's just tough to do that. Also, let me put out there just some quick announcements in the beginning. Patreon page. I know I'm getting a lot of emails and questions about that, how it works, how it operates. One of the questions I get is, how does it work if I can't attend all the classes live? All right? You don't need to or have to attend all the classes live. I just want to make it clear. If you joined, like for an example, Tier 2 gives you access to all the classes. Tier 3 gives you access to all the classes and rituals. There's other tiers. I'll talk about that quickly in a second. Everything is archived. So if you can't get there live, because some people I get constant emails, what if I can't be there all the time live? Can I still get the class? Yes, because there's a link after the class is done. There's an archive link, so if your schedule, work, whatever you got going on is not in line, you always have access to the archive link. So you won't miss any classes. And also the other question that's asked, do you get access just to the material from the day you join or all the previous? No. So if you sign up on the Patreon, you get access to all that level's tiers from the day the channel began to the present. So I just want to put that out there for those watching, so you don't have to send me an email in regards to that. You will get access to all the content of that tier from day one. I just want to make that clear, just to put that out there. There are specific tiers customized to particular paths. As I say, I added recently an Egyptian Heka tier, which just deals with understanding Egyptian Heka or Egyptian black magic. There's an African witchcraft and sorcery tier, which we're getting ready to start a series of classes on there. There's also obviously the big thing, the mentorship program, where I work with people on a monthly basis to teach them how to work magic, specifically black magic, different paths, working with different spirits and demons, etc. That's a personal mentorship program that I would only recommend you do if you're serious and you really want to spend the time, energy, effort, and work to put in to do will be a part of that mentorship program. So definitely check that out. It's patreon.com/Beniti, Baniti. And each tier is described. It's real simple how to sign up. I'm going to be focusing a little more on that and with other stuff I got going on. And I'll be kind of uploading these type of videos and putting a live in every now and then. So just wanted to let the subscribers know about that. Again, patreon.com/Beniti. This is the last month I'll be doing yearly forecast readings, which is basically a spiritual reading with the Klipothic demons to see what you got forecasted for 2021. I've been extremely busy with that. That's why you haven't seen me on the YouTube consistently. That will be done again for the rest of this month. After this month is out, I will not be doing that again until next year. If you're interested in a Klipothic demonic reading, there's different kinds. Shoot me an email. A reading with Santa Muerte and the spirits of the dead. Shoot me an email. Or a shadow work reading, which is, as I've said many times before, is a great place to start on this path to help uncover the hidden or the shadow self, to identify areas of spiritual work that you need to do. Or if you're interested in a consultation, just again, shoot me an email, khnum19@gmail.com. It's in the description box of the videos. khnum19@gmail.com. And if you're contacting me about a reading or a consultation, please include the days and times you're available in your time zone. Very important. It saves excess back and forth email Also, we have an upcoming class on March 6th, The Mysteries of Baphomet. That is available for anybody to sign up for. You can be paid via PayPal or Cash App. PayPal, it's the same email address. Cash App, it's hashtag. The Cash App name is capital B, A-N-I-T-I 9, Beniti. B-A-N-I-T 9, Beniti, capital B. And those classes are $60, and they can be paid, again, via PayPal or Cash App. All right, and including your payment notes, your email address, and your name, so we can get the link forwarded to the right email. All right, so we got that class on the 6th, and also a class we're going to be doing the following Saturday on the 13th. I'm going to be bringing in Brother Tata Mahisi, who has over 40 years initiatory experience in Palo, myself, half of that, and we're going to be talking about different African witchcraft and sorcery paths. Those that are on Patreon will have access to the class. Your membership automatically gets you into that. For those that don't or not on Patreon, you can sign up one time for the class. I have that information also on the Primordial Chaos 9 on Instagram, Primordial Chaos on Facebook, and right here in the community section here on YouTube. Okay. Just make sure this thing's still good. All right. So those are the upcoming classes, open all on the 6th and the 13th. And wherever you need to reach me or contact me on any of those things, shoot me an email at khnum19@gmail.com. All right, so what I wanted to really talk about quick, because I keep getting these emails. I don't think people kind of understanding certain aspects of it. You see the title, download from the ancestors, huh? WTF, what the fuck? What do I mean by that? Look, I don't know how many times I gotta say, this is not a path about following anything or anybody, all right? I'm not talking about you can't take guidance and information and learn from somebody. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the person who wants to be just 100% hardcore follower, where they want to just believe shit they're told, they want to follow what somebody's doing, or they're mesmerized by some bullshit that they're trying to feed the masses, etc. All right, what do I mean? I keep getting this download from the ancestors shit, or I got downloads. I've addressed this off and on for the last year, and I want to address this. First of all, nobody can get a download from your ancestors but you. You might say, what are you talking about, Benita? You got a lot of people on different platforms over the years who use this, the spirits spoke to me, got a download, this and that, like they got some divine message for the world, which is really that religious mentality, that religious bullshit, that I'm a special being, a divine type of savior figure, whatever you want to call it. All I know is when somebody says they got a download per se from the ancestors, ask them to identify specifically what ancestors. Did you get it? Did you get it as a whole, and is it for everybody? Is it a specific ancestor? Can you be a little bit more clear and identify? Because we do not want to get sucked into somebody's personal subjective experience. Now, I'm not saying these people didn't have some type of download or experience. What I am saying is it's personal and it's subjective. It becomes a problem when you cross-reference that over to everybody else. Because I know damn well, nobody connected or spoke with my damn ancestors. I can tell you that right out the gate. Okay, and if you think you've got a communication for people as a whole, that could be your interpretation of it. Because as we know, messages, downloads, things of that nature could be very symbolic. And again, they are subjective. We've got to stop taking this mentality that we're waiting for somebody else to do some shit for us. Get your own downloads. Stop sending me emails. I saw this video, such and such, or this person, such and such, said they had a download from this spirit or this deity, and the spirit told them this or that. That's great. What the fuck does that got to do with you, though? What does it really got to do with you at the end of the day? That was a personal message for that person. Now, if they are interpreting it to a degree to try to cross-reference it over to you or people as a whole, that's where we got to be careful. We got to know what applies and what don't. But we got some people who take that type of stuff and they use it in a very religious context. Okay? A super religious concept. They look at this person almost as like some divine figure to follow, and then still want to call themselves on some type of path of self-mastery or the occult. Well, that's totally anti what this path is about. I do not know how many times I have to keep repeating over and over that this is not about following anybody. We're not interested in following anybody. It doesn't mean you can't listen and learn. But when you start making statements, such and such spoke to his spirit, and embrace it as 100% truth, shit, you're right back to square one. You might as well go back to a church, a masjid, or a temple, because you're right back into faith and belief. Create and manifest your own downloads. People fear branching out on their own and doing for themselves. On the surface, they're going to tell you, no, that's not the case, Brother Benini. Well, I'm aware of all that. Then if you're aware of all that, stop sending emails as if I give two flying shits about some video you saw about some download. I'm too busy getting my own personal downloads and utilizing that information with my connection to get my shit in order and to get my path successful on all levels, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. The problem that's even more disturbing that you got all this time to be on all these platforms, right? Doesn't mean, look, I'm not saying you can't watch YouTube, but I'm amazed at all this free time people got, and they ain't using that free time to do some shit for themselves. I don't be on YouTube like that. I told you, I don't even be on my personal channel as much as I would like to be, because I just don't have the time. Because if somebody's got too much free time, that's a red flag, and that shows you they probably ain't doing shit, okay? And then I've mentioned this many times in the past, be careful, because you have a lot of people that are on YouTube all day, they posting daily, weekly. That's because they do it pretty much for a living. Okay, let's just keep it 100%. That's because they pretty much do it for a living. Okay, gotta be careful. Not all. I'm not saying there ain't no legit good minded or people that got good intent as far as being straight up. But there are some people who use these platforms to hustle. I'm going to keep it real with you. Okay? And you can usually spot that easy by the type of content that they're putting up and what they're saying and how they're moving. You know, when they're, boasting about shit that they do, or, downplaying other things to draw the attention to themselves, or talking about constantly how special they are and how they're better than you. They may not be saying it, but they're doing things to show how they're so spiritual and special and blah, 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 and all that other shit. Okay? Look, people, I don't know how many times I got to stress it. You see what's going on out here. You see what's going on in the world. You see what's going on in life. What else do you need to see in order to get the message, to get your shit together? I don't know what else. I started talking about that a great change was coming a couple of years ago. Okay? And I wasn't talking about anything spooky. You see the way society was going. You see the changes that were coming. And now this pandemic just sped up this great global reset or change, right? Things will never 100% be the way they used to. And I'm not talking about recovering from the pandemic, because that will pass like everything else. Economics is going to be different. Social media and virtual conferencing and technology is going to be utilized a lot more moving forward when it comes to commerce and business. That stuff will never be the same again. That's what I'm talking about. That's the level of changes we're in. The world as we know it will never be the same again. It's a different era. A lot of people are not equipped for it. Okay? Because they're caught up in all this other nonsensical bullshit that's a waste of time. Okay? You gotta stop wasting our time on this nonsense of following people, getting caught up in these movements and groups, thinking that at the end of the road there's going to be some type of promised salvation, or that this person has the ability to lead you someplace you think is going to fix everything for you in your life, you're going to find out from day one. If you really understand what this path is about, the first thing you're supposed to understand is, one, nothing or nobody is coming to help or save you. Okay? You got to save and help yourself. Okay? That's rule number one. We don't wait on anybody to do anything for us. We don't sit around and look out there somewhere for something to come from someplace or somewhere to assist and help us. We don't pray to unseen, spooky, or spiritual forces. We work in unison with these spirits. We connect them. Okay? What do I mean when I say we connect them? We reach out and walk with them side by side. We understand the energy they represent. We activate their consciousness and awareness within our psyche. So we're trying to walk side by side with the spirits and the demons and the archetypes, whatever you want to call. We're not trying to worship them. Do these things really exist? Yes, but you have to manifest it. Okay? You have to make it happen. Not sit around and wait for somebody to get a download to communicate some universal religious message to you. No, that's not what we do. But people still want to follow. So I want to address that real quick again. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to shoot this quick video. I'm not interested in getting downloads. Okay? Don't waste your time emailing me because it's not of interest or importance to me. I don't go on video and camera talking about, I spoke with Bilal, and Bilal said, tickle your ball sack, all you men, on Thursdays at 9 o'clock, and you'll magically, you don't see me doing videos like that for a reason. Because the purpose of what I do, and let me make this clear, and this has been my purpose from day one. The purpose of what I do is I'm not concerned if you like, love, hate, joyful and happy about this channel, whatever that is, that's personal. If you love it, I appreciate it. I also understand people are going to love what I have to say and hate what I have to say, but that's just part of what this is. I'm not here to do things to be liked, number one. Two, to try to recruit people for agendas. That's number two. I don't do that shit. What my job is to just simply put out information, and it's your responsibility to do with it as you see fit. And hopefully it motivates you, even if you don't agree with what I'm saying. If it motivates to move you in a direction to do further research and to do further work, then my job has been accomplished. I show people how to do it. I don't sit here and run scams and hustles, try to take you to the cleaners and say, you need this and you need that, you got to do this ritual, you got to do that. I show people through classes, through the Patreon page, through consultations, through readings, which again is to be compensated for my time only. That's it. But I show you how you do it for yourself. That is a threat to some people because it takes money out of some people's pocket. Because then the gravy train is cut off. Then the person that's running the hustle gets upset because that's the person that survives and thrives on that and does it full time because they ain't got nothing else going on in their life. All right? So look, this ain't about that. What I do is about putting information out there, whether you love it, like it, hate it, agree with it, disagree with it. It's just my job to put it out there. Do what you see fit. Okay? So I wanted to address that. Okay? That's very important as we move forward. This isn't about, again, being part of something. Because part of the reality is some people have deep levels of insecurity and fears. And they feel like they need to be a part of shit in order to feel comfortable. And that trickles into my next thing, which is connected to this topic. And this will probably be the last thing I'll run through because I don't want to stay on too long. All right? People being all over the place and scatterbrained. Let me talk about this because this is a problem. I got people that constantly reach out to me, send me emails. They want to join this group, that group. They want to do this. They want to do that. They're studying this. They're taking this class. Look, it's not my business of whose classes you take, what courses, what curriculums. That's your business. But I do see a trend and a pattern that's developing in some people when they're all over the place. I do see that they're not absorbing it in a harmonious and if you want to use the word balance, but an equal way with that they're absorbing it right, because they're all over the fucking place with it. They got their hands in everything. Now, it doesn't mean certain people are not skilled and equipped to multitask and dabble in multiple different paths. That's not what I'm saying. But there are some people who are just not at that point yet that shouldn't be doing that for the moment, because they can't focus and concentrate on shit. I saw this, I saw that, I wanted to sign up for this. What do you think it is? Should I get initiated for this? Should I do that? I don't think about any of that stuff. It's not my job or my business to tell you to do any of that stuff. So I don't care about any of it. What I will tell you is, if you're so confused and all over the place with that, I would say slow down a bit, focus on some key objectives, knock them out and master them before you're all over the place. You want to be a Luciferian, you want to be a vampire, you want to be Palo Mayembe, you want to be voodoo master, you want to be a Necronomicon wizard, right? You're doing all these different things, but you don't see the confusion and disconnect and chaos that you can't make order out of. The chaos is consuming you because you haven't focused on any real objectives. So that goes along into that phrase, jack of all trades, master of nothing. Okay? You hear that term. We have a lot of people on this path that are jack of all trades, masters of nothing. Look, myself, other elders, male and female like me, and there's many of us out here, and it doesn't mean just because we've been around for a while that we have no faults, that we have no problems. We have real life problems like everybody else. But we didn't get to be where we're at by being all fucked up and scatterbrained and not focused. We put in work. And this path is about putting in motherfucking work. We didn't just overnight wake up and boom, I'm this and I'm that. We learned trial by error. We learned from our mistakes. And I'm telling you what I'm telling you from experience. Patience is a tough thing to master. I've mentioned that many times before. It's a tough school to master. Okay? You must be patient. You must put in the work, the time, the effort, and the energy to get the results you're looking for. It doesn't happen overnight. Now, if you're one of them special motherfuckers, poof, snap your finger, puff the magic dragon, so you claim, power to you. But they're a dime a dozen. Shit, a dime a million. Fuck a dime a dozen. We have to break this false narrative that this is a fix-all path 1, 2, 3. It's a fix-all path if you're willing to put in the work. It doesn't happen overnight, people. Have a plan. Have some real objectives that you're trying to accomplish. As time develops, you become more experienced. You'll get more fluid. You'll be able. I know people get excited and they get over anxious and they want to dabble in this and that. They get so taken by something and they want to indulge in, and that's cool. Because part of this path is about indulgement. But it's about indulging with discipline. When you're recklessly indulging in shit and you're all over the place, you're not accomplishing anything. You're actually causing more internal, mental, emotional, and spiritual damage for yourself. Shadow work, people. Start there. That's going to identify areas of work. So when you know through your shadow work and hidden self, boom, you can now have specific areas of work you can tap into by identifying who, what, and how to work with. It's that simple. No, people want to bypass all that. They just don't want to, the women want to, Lilith. Everybody's fucking Lilith and Kali, and I'm so Lilith and Kali, and I got 14 karat gold vagina and all that shit. No. Those archetypes and spirits are about uncovering every aspect of ourselves, good and bad. Not just the bad stuff, the good stuff too. Where is the personal transformation in your work with these spirits? Outside of all this aesthetic, mundane, worldly shit, material shit, which, not downplaying that because you must be successful financially, but when it's all, not just through the financing, when everything is sexual, we've got these other people on this path, everything is so sexual with them. I did this and all sex this, and Sometimes they might have a sexual perversion or hang up they're not addressing. Okay, let's keep it real. There's true sexual energy on this path, but there's got to be connected to some level of knowledge and spirituality. I'm not trying to hear all that. So let's get our priorities in order. Have a plan when you're stepping out on this path. Stop. Don't be, I got to download motherfucking follower. Because if you do, you might as well go back to church. You might as well go back to the masjid, the temple, the Buddhist, wherever it is you came from prior to this, and be a follower. And be safe and be comfortable. Okay? Because that's what that's about. All right? So let's keep it there. I don't want to be on here too long. I think I addressed what I wanted to address. Again, if you need to contact me, check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. Sign up. Personal lectures, classes, rituals, exclusively for members only. Check out the Instagram page, Primordial Chaos 9, Primordial Chaos on Facebook. We'll have an upcoming hip hop and occult show. We couldn't do it this month. That'll be back in line next week. Look for the announcement for that. Always a fun show. And if you need to reach out to me for a spiritual reading or consultation, hit me up. And let's get to work, people. And I'm going to start saying, in addition to infernal blessings, peace, but from the 5% nation perspective, positive energy always creates elevation. So I'm going to say infernal blessings and peace. Positive energy always creates elevation. Infernal blessings, peace.